How are you today? Welcome to the Wealthy Lala Show with myself, Lori Larson. Today is episode 199. Um, yeah, I've started this show probably 3 times already, and once had to go to the bathroom, another time I just was like blah blah blah. Another time, oh, I thought the computer was on and it wasn't working. So, anyways, so take 4. Uh, on Instagram, there is this lady. Let's see if I know what her name is. I think it's Allison. I'm not actually really sure, but she's called Notes from Your Therapist, and she just has notes that she posts on Facebook. I think her name is Allison. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think, yeah, it is Allison Deneen. So, anyways, she writes these notes, and they're just so simple and so lovely. And one that really caught my eye the other day was that, so this note, so again, she's called Notes from Your Therapist. That's her tag or title on Instagram. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing when someone is interested in how you feel, not because they enjoy fixing you, but because they enjoy knowing you. Like, isn't that beautiful? They just like to have people in your life that are just interested in you. I know I'm a person who definitely can chat for a really long time. I can definitely take over a conversation. I get really excited about the whole chatting and sharing and stuff like that. And the thing I do know about me is that I'm very aware, very energetically aware, and can gain a lot from other people saying not very much. Now, that still doesn't mean that it wouldn't be a bad thing if I listened more. So, so note to self. I will look at that. Um, definitely in the future, like have more awareness of it. And I know that I'm way better than I used to be. That's for sure. And that's the thing I always aspire for myself is just to be better than I was yesterday or, you know, the past. Here, I'll read you a couple more. That's right. I wish I never learned that I had to be perfect and not need any help to be accepted, because it takes a long time to stop acting that way, which confuses and sometimes frustrates the people I love. Yeah, like when yeah, you guys have probably been there where you learned that you had to be perfect and not need any help to be accepted. Let's see another one here. It took me a long time to learn that healing doesn't mean I'll be strong enough to put up with anything. It's that I'll no longer want to be a person strong enough to put up with anything. Oh, God, yes. Oh, tie that together with the other one of being perfect and trying to, um, where is it here? Not need any help. To be strong enough to handle everything. Oh my gosh. Scrap that. That's not healthy for any of us, you know? Here's another one. I like to be in relationships with people who don't see each other as problems to solve. Wouldn't that be cool? I know that sometimes us as parents can actually do that to our kids. Like without even knowing, we see these things that they choose that, we're aware. aren't necessarily going to be greater for them in their future. And sometimes we actually don't know what's actually best for them. They have an awareness of themselves for their own future. And our points of view or projections and expectations or conclusions that we have from our past is what we think they're not doing what is going to work for them. Like, I mean, I've seen that lately, and I'm quite fascinated by it, where, you know, I'll see someone in my life and they'll choose something and I'll think, oh, I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. And then they go off and they do it, whatever it is, move to a different place, whether it's take a different job, you know, could be in a different relationship or something. And it works out smashingly for them, you know? So, yeah. I like that one. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. When I slip into judging someone for not being positive or resent when they don't let me fix things, that's me trying to control emotions I'm afraid of and assuming other people are avoiding them too. Oh, I've never done that. Oh, gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And you know, it's interesting because she says underneath the picture, she goes, "It's hard to stop doing that sometimes, especially if I have kids. We had to manage adult emotions to feel safe." So she actually has a little book, a little self-published art and emotions book. Maybe it's called Notes from Your Therapist. So actually if you go find her. Um oh, this one's a good one. Okay. It's hard for me to believe that the world won't come to an end if you're upset with me. And then she says underneath, relationship conflict causes some people to catastrophize. No kidding. I have seen this. I have seen this. I have done this. Oh my gosh. I'm actually writing that down because I want to look at that further. Like I've been doing the havening and the HDMR on things that have been triggering me lately. And yeah, I just really get, you know, there was a place in my world where I felt that if anybody was upset with me, like seriously, the world would end. So, how does it get any better to have a different awareness, to have myself having my own back now? Yeah, and being able to handle it. So, okay. Oh, this is actually really cool. Sometimes a really good thing shows up in our lives, but not everybody can just let it in. Some of us get uneasy, unsafe, and reject it. But I've learned that it's okay to just try letting the good things in while you take some time to cry and be sad and kick for a minute and give yourself time to emotionally level up. Wow. That is so cool. She says a little farther, I wish it always felt good. And so this is to receive something. But for some people there's actual pain. We may carry ghosts from the past. You're not good enough. You don't deserve it. Who do you think you are? Your nervous system remembers pain, so be gentle with it. If we give those parts of us time to speak up, they may reluctantly start to trust us and be willing to say, okay, well, let's just see what happens next. And you know, that actually reminds me of someone uh, in the last few weeks here showed me a gift that they were given. They were given a gift for how they showed up in a situation. I just don't want to say, I don't want to give up more information just out of honoring the person, you know. And they were given a gift and they had said, I felt so uncomfortable. And then about an hour later said, you know, I was actually emotionally drained. And you know, when we look at that, like how hard is it for so many of us to let ourselves actually receive a compliment, receive a gift from someone else. And I'm talking really receive it, not, oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. And then, put it on the counter, kind of look at it. Yep, that's nice. Oh, look what I got. But actually really sit and be present with the gift, with the compliment, and just take it. Like, just allow yourself to receive it. How many of us do not feel like she wrote in her thing there, we don't feel like we're good enough, we don't feel like we deserve it. Then you can have things like, well, you're just selfish if who do you think you are to have all that stuff? And all of those things will pop up for us, and it can just kick us in the butt and allow us not to receive things. And I really noticed that with allowing myself to feel better. And I know I've talked about this kind of in little ways over on some of my past shows, but I just wanted to not hurt before. The idea of actually creating a life, like looking at around the world at things that I'd like to choose. Like, I've chosen a lot in the fact that I've gone to a lot of classes and everything, but those were always, I was always choosing those because I wanted to feel better. I just wanted to not hurt anymore. And they were definitely chosen for me. And in a way, I was doing it, like I said, to just not hurt anymore. Okay. It was another way of taking an Advil or something. Now, I met great people along the way. I had some really fun times. I've learned some really neat skills and stuff like that. So certainly, no choice is ever um, like a bad choice. I'm just aware of like my intention behind it was to just not hurt anymore, rather than, how could I use this class to create my future? Will this class assist me in creating my future? Will going for dinner today create the future I desire? Will going to, like even this morning, I was planning on getting up and just right away going to a local town to pick up a couple things, do some chatting because we're planning a baby shower for my daughter. And all of a sudden my body was like, no, I need to go back to bed. Because I woke up early this morning. It was really weird. I woke up at like 4. So I got up and I did my meditation and stuff. And I just really feel like I need to go back to bed. And so I'm allowing myself to actually choose again, like choose something different. Had I gone, I probably would have dragged my butt a bit. And I know this way is actually going to create greater by going and laying down for a little bit and then choosing it. But this idea of really receiving something, we say, oh, I'd love to win $1 million, or I'd love to, people will say, oh, I wish I was going on that trip with so-and-so. But do you really? Like, if you actually sat with yourself and perceived the energy that comes up when you think about choosing that. And it might be as simple as something as me choosing to go to the local town this morning and getting the awareness, like my body's just like, oh, not yet. But being that aware, not just being like, okay, I'm up, got to get this done. I'm going to go get this done and do it. And then come back and be like, whew, I was pooped. I'm not sure if that was a good thing to choose. Like, rather than choosing, like getting the awareness after the fact. I mean, that's not wrong either. And what a great place to be, the more awareness that we have of ourselves, that we can actually be like, I am going to change my mind and I'm not going to go to that town now, and I'm going to stay home, have a snooze, and then I'm going to go a bit later. And what is right about that? So, oh gosh. Anyways, this whole receiving thing, it really, we say we want things, but can we actually receive them? Like if someone came and gave you $50,000 right now, if someone came and gave you 200,000 or $1 million right now, or came to you and said, you know what? If you say the word yes, boom, your body is completely healed and cured. Could you truly, truly, truly receive it? And it's too much to get into right now, but I don't want to leave this on kind of like a heavy note. But this is one of the great things about finding what the energetic priorities are for you, the energies that you desire to have in your life. And so, like, inviting in the energy of vitality and vibrancy and wealth, and really allowing yourself to get used to and grow those energies, in your body, in your life, and also look in your life where you have those things and expand on that. That's actually what builds the muscle, so that when that healing, curing, money, abundance, fun, joy comes into your life, you actually are ready to receive it. So anyways, on that note, you guys, I'm going to sign off for today. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thanks for listening. The Wealthy Lala, Regina Lala.